so busy.
We're back! We've just spent 2 weeks in Darwin, which was actually longer than we had anticipated to spend in Darwin. We did a few things that we wanted to, but we didn't get to everything. But we did have some car drama. So we found an oil leak, which we probably wouldn't have noticed, but it was because we were parked up on our friend's driveway that we made a mess.
Yeah.
So we got that sorted. That was a rocket covered gasket, and a half moon seal needed to be cleaned up and resealed. So Clem and I both got our hands dirty and got that sorted.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't fun. Still had to wait for our number plates to arrive. They took 10 days from when we sent our old one to receiving the 2 new ones. So we were just sitting around waiting.
Express post.
Yes.
Apparently NT stands for not today, not tomorrow, not
Tuesday.
not Thursday.
So we definitely saw that, but they did arrive on Thursday.
They did, thank God.
And we were ready to leave Friday.
Today.
Yeah, today. But then yesterday we found out that we had a diesel leak as well from the back of the fuel injector pump.
Yeah. So we thought that was actually an oil leak, but it turns out the diesel was just running down the injector line and collecting some of the oil.
Yeah, so we were still having dirty drips, but when I actually felt it, it didn't sort of feel like oil. It was just dirty diesel from it. Just picked up some of the oil leak from previously. So we found the diesel leak. I didn't really know how to fix it, but we spoke to a friend mechanic, got it sorted this morning, and then we've hitched up and we've left. So we're heading back down to Alice Springs to meet Clem's family. They're going to be doing Uluru, Kings Canyon, West MacDonald Ranges and into Queensland with us, or sorry, we should say we're doing it with them. We're
tagging along for them. Yeah.
So we're going to catch a few of the stops that we missed on the way north because we punched that up to Darwin. But again, we're stuck by time, so we're not doing things as slowly as we wanted to. So today we just pulled up to Edith Falls, and then tomorrow we're going to head to Mataranka. We're just staying in a little free campground outside the national park because we've got the dogs, so we're just going to take it in turns going in. Clem and Liam are going to go in first, and then I'll go in this afternoon. And then we'll head up Mataranka and a few other stops back towards Alice. Should be good, a little bit rushed, but we'll still have fun.
Yeah.
So we'll pass you over to Clem and she'll take you into Edith Falls.
Yep, there you go. It's very busy, isn't it? Good boy. Reckon we can cross, mate? That's pretty deep. Wait for Mama. Yeah. Okay, say hi. Come on, Squish. Here we are at Edith Falls. So this is the lower pool. I'm just finding somewhere safe for Liam and I to get into the water. Liam, not here, kiddo. Come on, up we go. It's only about 125 meters from the car park into the lower pool, but you can do the upper pool's walk as well, which is about a K. So I think Mark's going to do that this afternoon. All right, let's get this squish in the water. So we crossed from the edge of the pool over here and then made it out to this little island here, which gives you a little bit less distance to swim if you want to go out to the waterfall. So this pool is absolutely massive, and there's a few access points so you can get in different areas. There's also freshwater crocs in here, so there's a few warning signs, and you're not supposed to swim between 7 PM and 7 AM because they tend to feed at night. So why make yourself food? So stay within the daylight hours and I think you'll be just fine. Haven't seen a glimpse of a croc. Just keep an eye on Liam because he is little. Definitely croc food, aren't you, mate? But he's having fun just throwing rocks in the water. It's really relaxing, beautiful weather, nice hot sunny day, not too hot. The water temperature's gorgeous as well, so I'm going to get back in for another swim. Isn't that right, mate? Yeah. So one thing to note is that it's a long distance between any of the access points and the falls. So if you want to swim over to the falls, make sure you've got a floaty device. Almost had to rescue someone who couldn't quite make the distance on the way back and had to throw them Liam's floaty. So just something to think about when you come through. Safety first.
Okay, so my turn at Edith Falls. So Clem took you down to the main pool, or the lower pool, with Liam for a swim, and apparently there was a little island. I haven't seen it yet. But she said there's a walk up to the upper pool. So I just looked at the sign. It's called the Leyland Walk. So I'm just doing that now. So apparently this walk's about 2k's return. It's pretty easy going. Like, it's just uphill. But they've, you know, made shift a staircase for you. I don't know, probably done maybe 400 meters so far. Still got a way to go. That's nice. Alright, so I'm headed to the upper pool for a swim. Let's go check out this lookout. There is further, if you saw in that other sign, sweet something pool, but that's an 8k round trip, and I'm not doing that today. Not happening. There you go. So there's the main pool down there. Pretty awesome view. It's kind of obstructed. Not that that's a bad thing, it means the trees are growing well. But I'm going to keep walking that way and head to this upper pool. And I can hear some running water, so I reckon there's another little fall up here. Go check it out. Oh, look at that through there. That's where we're headed. Little hidden gem if you're willing to walk a little bit further. Like I said, it's only 2k's round trip from the car park. 1k there, 1k back, but you got to go over the ridge, so it's a bit of a slog, but definitely worth the effort. Well, it looks like it anyway. You can see for yourself when we get down there. But yeah, check this out. They've even got an emergency call device as a just in case. So apparently there's freshwater crocs in here. So there's no swimming after 7 PM or before 7 AM. So the upper pool swimming hole is just through there. I was feeling a bit adventurous, so I just climbed over to come have a look. I don't think this is the main pool. I think this is another pool down here. Let's go up here and have a look. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go for a swim now and then start heading back for some dinner. Yeah, I tend to eat at about 5:30 with Liam. I'm going to go through the normal bedtime routine. He's usually in bed by about 7:30 and we can have a bit of downtime. And then we're going to hit the road early tomorrow to get to Mataranka hopefully and enjoy that. But it is a public holiday in the NT today, so it's busy everywhere. No, I love the ocean. I love going to the beach. We've always lived quite close to the beach as well. But there's something really, really refreshing about going for a swim in fresh water like that. Whether it's like the Berry Springs that we've been swimming at while we're in Darwin, or like a proper little gorge like that. It's just, I don't know, it's super refreshing. I think because you don't get that salty sort of feel when you get out. You feel like you've just had a nice rinse off in the shower. Because I feel refreshed. I feel really good. I've hardly felt this 1k walking going back now, but I am getting hungry. I think dinner will be on the cards as soon as I get back. So we're staying 15 minutes out of the national park, just by the side of the Stuart Highway. It's 20 k's from the Stuart Highway to here. We're staying right on the side of the road there. There's like a little free campground outside of the national park, so we can stay there with the dogs. So Clem and I have just taken turns, but if you don't have dogs with you, there's a campground right here next to the car park, so you can camp or stay right here, which would be unreal, and I highly recommend that. They've got toilets and everything here. But yeah, with the dogs we can't have those luxuries all the time. There's still plenty of beautiful spots that we've come across in our travels so far. I'm sure we'll find plenty more, but it's just the ones like this where we just have to think about it and just put up with that little extra 15-minute drive, which is no big deal. Good morning. So we got up this morning from our stop at Edith Falls and drove 150 k's south through Catherine, and now we're at Mataranka Homestead. So this gives us access to the Mataranka thermal pools, and Bitter Springs is only a short drive away. So Clem's just walked in to go check in. We're just going to go through an unpowered site. Apparently there's unlimited amounts, so we shouldn't have a problem, and they don't take bookings or anything. So we're here at 11:15 in the morning, so there should definitely be a spot. And then we'll go for a swim this afternoon, maybe do a Bitter Springs as well today, or we'll do that first thing tomorrow morning. So it looks pretty busy though, like heaps of people here. But it looks like they've got like entertainment on every night, like there's live music and like a whip show. So we'll have to try and come check that out a bit later as well. See where they park us, and if we can come in when Liam's in bed and just take the baby monitor with us. We'll see how we go. We'll see you shortly. So we've just set up our site at the Mataranka Homestead. So for the unpowered section at this time of day, apparently, because it's super busy, we're actually out on the airstrip and just find a spot. So we just sort of parked up under some trees just to give us a bit of afternoon shade. Take you over here. Ooh. So the dogs are just chilling out here while we finish setting up. Hey, there's stock whips going on over in the distance. So Curie's not that impressed, but this is fine considering we're just going to go spend the afternoon swimming and then sleep here and then get up and go.
Yep, $30 a night for unpowered, and we're pretty stoked with this because we're isolated from everybody else.
Oh yeah, they're crammed in like sardines over in the powered section.
Yeah.
$30 seems a bit steep for an unpowered site, but it gives us walking access to the Mataranka pools, and then we can go down to Bitter Springs as well.
And they have live entertainment here every night from 6:30 p.m, so that's, I guess, what your money's paying for as well. And they've got a cafe and a bar on site. Yeah, we'll go and have a little bit of a look around later. Yeah, so it starts at 6:30, so we'll give Liam dinner and then maybe go for a wander and have a look around, and then come back and put him to bed. We're a little bit too far away that we could just set up the baby monitor and go in after he's asleep, so we'll just go enjoy it for a little while, then bring him to bed and call it a night. Okay, so this is the entrance to the Mataranka thermal pool. We just walked through the caravan park and it's packed out. So we're actually really glad we're staying in the overflow out on the airstrip. Looks pretty so far. Come on, mate.
Yeah, there you go. Like the spring comes out here and runs down into the river.
Ooh.
That's cool.
That's where the crocs hang out. Jump, jump, jump.
How stunning is all the
So pretty.
Yeah, lots of big trees, aren't they? Yeah.
So pretty. So busy.
Oh, Instagram versus reality, eh?
So busy here. Oh my goodness. not as relaxing as we were hoping just because of the sheer amount of people. I mean, you can't blame anybody. It's absolutely beautiful. The water's so clear and blue. Oh wow, look at this spring. This is the Rainbow Spring. So this is where Mataranka thermal pools originate from, which is about 70 metres apart. Look at that welling up there.
Yeah, and you can see so clearly to the bottom. And being surrounded by like all these palm trees and stuff, you can see why this is really popular.
Yeah, it's very exotic.
Personal opinion, I think I liked Katherine better. A bit quieter, a little less known maybe.
Yeah.
This is very popular.
So
it's nice,
it is a long weekend in Northern Territory at the moment as well, and it's a Saturday, so very, very busy. We're just going to head back to the van now and cook up a bit of a barbecue for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, crack beer maybe, I don't know.
Because it's Saturday.
Why not?
It matters.
It's been a pretty chilled out afternoon. We are just having a couple of drinks and Liam's playing in the dirt and the rocks and the sticks.
Proper little bush baby.
Aren't you? Yes, you are. Mark's cooking dinner. What's for tea tonight, babe?
We've just got the chicken skewers to go with some salad. But I'm also cooking up some of those whole potatoes that you get in a can. I just put garlic and butter on them. We've done this a few times now. It's a nice little added side to our dish. Got some carbs in there.
Liam's being very helpful.
Yeah, Liam loves to help cook, don't you, Joe? Ready? Yeah.
Good job.
Good job. Serve them around.
I think he's just hungry, to be honest, looking for morsels. The puppers are just chilling out under here. Hi, what are you two up to? Yeah, good puppers. Good girl, honey. Took him for a nice big walk earlier, just down the airstrip. It's handy being out here because there's so much room to walk the dogs.
You just get so much extra room yourself here. Like we went through the van park earlier and even power sites along the airstrip, and they're crammed in pretty tightly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just stopping for a night, it doesn't really matter, but it is nice to have to be able to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, feeling pretty lucky being out here. It has filled up in this overflow section as well. We were one of 3 vans, and now there's probably about 20 or so other vans here in this section as well. Yeah, people in swags, people in tents, just people really. It's really nice. Afternoon. Another dog. Afternoon, everybody. We've just pulled into a free bush camp between Daily Waters and Tennant Creek. So we stayed here on our way up to Darwin. It's just titled on Wikicamps as gravel pit, so I get Mark to put the Wikicamps pop up in the video. Last time we stayed on the track on the way in, we didn't realise that there was this massive blank gravel space at the end of the road. It's a great spot, heaps of room. Heaps and heaps of room down here. Last time we just reversed down a track a little bit that wasn't being used anymore. But beautiful native vegetation, really great spot. But this bit down here is a bit better because we can keep an eye on the dogs while we're playing with them, which we're doing now. We've got the ball out. Liam's having fun running amok, and Mark and I are just having a nice cold brew just to wind down from the day's driving. So we covered about 370 k's today from Mataranka, and we're aiming to get to Alice Springs in 3 days of driving. So we've got 2 more full days of driving. About 400 k's a day is our absolute max. Are you having fun? Yes?
Yeah.
Liam's pretty happy to be out of the car. And we're actually having a really cheeky dinner tonight. We've just got a couple of frozen pizzas, so yeah, pretty crazy afternoon. Just chilling out, no reception. But we both got our laptops on charge on the inverter, and we'll both do some work tonight as well.
It's pretty good when this is all you need to be happy.
Yeah.
A dirt patch, your car, your van, and just time together.
We love that there's no one else here, so we can just have the dogs off the lead. Got got to keep an eye on them because of baits and other animals, so they don't spend the whole time off the lead. But we're playing at the moment and having a great time. And your
Music
puppers.
playing.
Ready? Mark's just prepping to send the drone up, and because Curie's got such an aversion to drones, she really does not like them. We think it's the high-pitched noise. So what we do is we put them back in the car. They've just had a run, so they're a bit hot. We turn the car on so the aircon's on and they're getting plenty of cold air, and then we put the radio on white noise so they cannot hear it at all. So a bit of a process, and we have to make sure.
A logistical nightmare.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a drama, but as long as Curie's happy, that's what counts. So yes, Curie, yeah. Dad's going to put the car in now, sweetie, and Liam's being very helpful. Good boy, don't touch the breakaway. Right, so car's on, aircon's on, the dogs have just had a good run, they've got some water, and time to send up the drone. Okay, he's going to send her up now. Here we go.
So we're running the Mavic Air 2. The minis are obviously a lot more portable, compact, stuff like that. You fly them on wall poses. But these handle the wind pretty well, and they take an excellent shot. And they've got a few features like obstacle avoidance and like active track, follow me sort of features. I hand launch. I find it a lot easier because instead of kicking up dust and stuff like that and carrying around a launch pad, so I just hand launch and catch. And Clem's actually caught it a few times for us now. Pretty straightforward, really. And off she goes.
Your drone, my dear.
Thank you. You're a good catcher.
Hot, hot. We got no, it's stuck. And try again. Woo! Next one. Oh, you're nice and cold. Don't go too far. Liam's in the bathtub. We've just had Liam's had dinner. We had a little bit of dinner with him. So just wanted to show you, we keep our dog food in the car, in the back of the car with the dogs. We've tried all sorts of different ways of where to keep it. We're keeping it in the wheelie bin for a while, but we've just moved the fire pit into the wheelie bin, and if we're using it as a rubbish bin as well, it just doesn't fit. So this is the best spot for it, and it's also easy for us to get it in and out of the car. Yeah, so I'm going to feed the dogs and then give them a bit of a run before they come in tonight. They're also going to need a dust off because they're absolutely filthy tonight. Lives in the back corner down there. Yes, I know, you're very hungry, aren't you? We tend to keep the dog food in the car overnight as well, just in case there's critters around. It has been broken into once from mice. That was on the Eyre Peninsula in South Australia. No, the York Peninsula in South Australia. Yeah, a few mice there that got into the dog food. Nailed it. So after they have dinner, we usually just take them for a bit of a walk on the lead, definitely on the lead if we're in a caravan park. Because we're out here in the bush, I'm just going to follow them and make sure they stay safe. But if there was somebody camping near us, I'd have them on the lead for a walk. But there's nobody around, which is really nice. Okay, come on. Off they go. Good dogs. Come on, off we go. And then they'll probably stay outside until right before Liam goes to bed. So I'll put them on the lead until then, just on the back of the caravan. And then we'll give them a good dust off because they are so grubby. It's so dusty here. That's one thing that we didn't account for. Liam is filthy. And there's a few flies, but they're not too bad. And it's cooling down already, which is really nice. The sunset should be quite pretty because it's a bit hazy on the horizon. Good dogs. One of our biggest fears on this trip with the dogs has been baits, but also snakes as well. So with baits, most places where they are common to find 1080 baits are signposted, but they can be carried off by other animals into areas where it's not signposted. So we found just keeping a sharp eye on the dogs and what they're eating, keeping them on the lead as much as we can, and the areas where that's really known for 1080 baiting, like northwest of WA and the Nullarbor, we keep them on the lead at all times. And we've also got them muzzles, which they hate wearing, so we prefer not to use them if we don't have to. This way. Come on. Good girl. Come on, honey. This way. Good dogs. Good dogs. Good girl. There she goes. And as for snakes, it's pretty much the same thing, but snakes are so unpredictable. Obviously encourage them to stay out of snake territory, so hot, dry climates. They are more likely to come out at night, but I've seen plenty of snakes during the day as well. Keep them out of grass or underbrush. And if you're really uncomfortable, just put them on the lead, which we do frequently. But I've seen snakes on a footpath in the middle of the city, so who knows about those. And just being prepared, so if something does happen, you know what to do as well. Yeah, good puppers. Hey? Good dogs. Do we go on the lead now? Come on, Costa boy. Come on, mate. Costa, come on. Good boy. Curie, it's not time to play with the ball. Come on in. Good dogs. Good dogs. Sounds like bath time is over.
Bath time is
hey,
definitely over. Ah.
Is it wrestle time?
Yes. Yeah, we're back here again. Matt's quarry just outside of Barrow Creek. We loved it so much on the way north that we decided to stay here again on the way south. But we're having chicken korma for dinner, and we're going to try making our own naan bread. We found a recipe online that doesn't require yeast, because we don't have any yeast, but based on what the ingredients that we already got in the van, we're going to give it a whirl.
Do you want to try some salt?
So Clem and Liam are trying.
Salt. Yeah, I don't know if you'll like that, mate.
How's it going?
It's been fun. It's been real.
So we'll show you how that works out, but I reckon it should be okay.
Just put the korma on. It smells so good. It's just chicken korma from a jar. I think it's the Patak's korma paste. It's so yummy. It's one of my favourite meals. And I've just put in my favourite part, which is the coconut milk. So now the van smells amazing. We've also got rice to go with it, but it's just the 2.5 minute brown rice. So really easy, and instead of putting it in the microwave, which is what you're supposed to do, I just tip the whole thing straight in the pot because that's easy, and that's how I roll. So yeah, it's just simmering now for 15 minutes. I'm going to do the dishes, and then I'm going to get the naan bread on, so we'll show you some more of that as well. Can't wait. Yes. So my little help has returned. I hope you can see him. He's just down here. So he's on his step stool. But yeah, he's been helping me do the dishes a lot lately. Mostly helping. He usually just chucks it all back in once it's on the edge of the sink. But yeah, we'll do these dishes and then he can help me make the naan bread, mate. And goes the rice. Just like that. Liam, watch your fingers, mate.
Yeah.
And help Stuart. Here, Stuart. Don't touch it, side. Tight. Yes. We might have to combine them. Or we could do little mini ones like that. Yeah. Not too bad. A bit small. I don't think you should eat that, mate. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, is that the fork? Yes, we can help with the fork. That's fine. Right, we're about to cook the naan. So they ended up being pretty small with the recipe that we used. But I think once I stretch them out and put them in the frying pan, it should be okay. Apparently you just put butter in and then just, what was it, 90 seconds? Yeah, pretty straightforward. Let's see how we go. First one's coming along okay. Pan definitely needed to be hotter, didn't it, mate? Yeah, needed to be a little bit hotter. We'll see how the rest go. So it turned out pretty well. The naan bread's pretty yummy. Liam reckons it's pretty good, right, kiddo? Yum yum. He's loving it. What do you reckon?
Oh, big tick from me. Love good curry.
He has to say that because I'm his wife and he doesn't have a choice.